Hey nerdies, it's Kathleenums here, and yes, I have green eyes today. I used these contacts in my previous video and decided to just keep them in because I thought they looked kind of cool. But anyways, today I'm talking about Final Fantasy, and I'd been anticipating this game for, of course, 10 years, and it was originally called Versus, as most of you know. I even cosplayed as Stella. It was my very first cosplay at my first convention, and they ended up completely tossing that character and replacing her with Luna Yunalesca or whatever. So this isn't going to be a very polished video. I'm just going to share my thoughts on what I've played so far. And I think that my opinions are mostly positive with this game. I've really enjoyed it, but it's not perfect. It has serious flaws. So the gameplay is like a hack and slash meets strategy. So you do have a timing-based combat system, kind of like Kingdom Hearts or the Batman series, but at the same time you level up your characters so that their abilities can get stronger. And so it does have a little bit of strategy as well as new hack and slash combat, and I really appreciated how they integrated those two things. I think they did a great job with the combat system, and it's a huge improvement from Final Fantasy XIII. I did not play any of the sequels of Final Fantasy XIII. I played Final Fantasy XIII, couldn't bring myself to finish it because the combat system really irritated me in that game. So I think one of the biggest strengths of the game is definitely the combat system and the exploration of the world. There's so many side quests to do and so many gorgeous places to explore, and I really just loved looking at this game. It was really fun to just run around and do stuff. But at the same time, the biggest disappointment was the story. There wasn't much of a story, and what they had there was just a complete mess. If you watch Kingsglaive, the animated film, as well as the anime called Brotherhood, it clears up a lot of things and you won't be as confused, but I don't think that that should be a necessary part of the gaming experience. I think that the story should be contained within the game itself. And without that direction, I just felt like the game was unsure of what it wanted to be, which makes sense because it's been tossed around for 10 years and it definitely wasn't what it first set out to be. Now, the fantasy I had in my head when I first saw the original trailers with the original character Stella that they replaced with Yunalesca, I thought that this story was going to be a modern day Japanese, like Romeo and Juliet, because you see these two characters that have an obvious romantic attraction, and then they're forced to fight each other. You see them fighting near the end of the trailer. None of that happened. They replaced it with a more tender-hearted Yunalesca, who was not that interesting in my opinion. I mean, they don't give you enough time with Yunalesca to really like her character. I thought that this Stella character was gonna challenge our protagonist and be a love interest for him, but there was little to no romance whatsoever in this story. It's all about friendship between these guys. So my hopes and dreams were a little bit crushed because I had that fantasy in my head for a decade. So even though there wasn't this big cinematic story happening in the background, I found contentment in the smaller story of these brothers, this group of guy friends, bros, Japanese emo band in a car exploring the Wild West, if you will. And that those characters are, of course, Prompto, Noctis, Ignis, and Gladys. And my favorite character, hands down, is definitely Prompto. He's like the KY one of the group, the really cutesy, energetic. And there are one or two scenes where you get to like know a little bit more about his character, and it's only triggered if you stay in one of the hotels, like a very specific hotel. You get the cutscene with him and Noctis, and that's what made me love the game. I mean, the voice acting, I think in both the English and Japanese version, though I played the Japanese version, are fantastic, and despite the lack of story, the great voice acting and just energetic and adorable Prompto kept me going and kept me enjoying the experience. So
今日もいろいろあったよな。
だね。でも毎日楽しいよ。死にかけたりするけど楽しい。まさかこんな状況になるとか、一緒に旅できるとか思ってなかったよ。
そうだよな。
I probably didn't cover a lot because this game's been out for a while and I'm pretty sure you're not still looking for an in-depth review. I just wanted to give my thoughts about this, and if you agree, disagree, let me know in the comment section below. I think this game was a good game and I enjoyed it and would recommend it, as long as you don't expect like a perfect story, because it isn't there. The main feeling I have after playing this is just that Final Fantasy is going in the right direction. You know, we were kind of steering off for a while with Final Fantasy 13, but now I think they're going in a good direction, and they're going to do some really great things in the future as long as they keep learning from their mistakes. So that's just my opinion. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm going to be uploading another video where I explore the Final Fantasy Square Enix Cafe in Tokyo pretty soon, so stay tuned for that and definitely subscribe if you enjoy this. I should go. Can't wait for all the cosplay. Oh yeah.